So you're putting the fire cam footage with headlights definitely being on in the exact same report that also is filled with several photos of the headlight indicator being in the off position? Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only, and just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Kiely Rodni, you guys know and have probably sick and tired of hearing, but her case and the horrible interview that Sammy did on American Dream Chaser, making herself look so beyond sketchy and shady and questionable, is the reason why I even got into what we're doing here now on these YouTube streets in true crime. And I have continued to try to keep up with what's been going on in her case since the very beginning. Most of you guys that have been here for a while know that I talked to Steve Fisher. I have emailed back and forth at least once or twice with Kylie's grandpa over the Ryan Upchurch situation, and I have also been given some unredacted reports. Now, unfortunately, the unredacted reports are really nothing special. Because whenever the public information was finally released after months and months and several back and forths with CHP and the investigation team trying to figure out just when and why everything was taking so long, 2 years. 2 years. Absolutely ridiculous. But when that information was finally released, it was extensive. There's satellite imagery and videos that were taken from helicopters, hundreds of photos, but the reports, besides a few little redacted squares, there's really not any other information. I found it interesting that some of the reports are sort of contradicting each other, which is why I wanted to make this video. Now, I talked to Steve Fisher about this earlier before I put this video out because, like I mentioned, we have differing opinions about a lot of things, but we agree about a lot of things when it comes to Kylie's case. And I like to check with him whenever I'm thinking about certain things to make sure that I'm not losing my freaking mind. So this is a very strange situation because I was never one of the people to believe that the fire cams were fake. Even today, I don't believe that the fire cams were fake. We have this original footage. And then Gray Hughes went in and did an overlay and lightened it up so you could see it just a bit better. And as you can see, what we're trying to look at are those headlights, the headlights that are moving towards the water that you then see slowly fading away. And that looks to be the natural trajectory that a car would take if you were watching it on camera in the dark, watching the lights slowly fade into the water as the car went into the water. So whenever I was looking through the photos, the last thing that I was actually expecting to see are several photos of this, the light switch in the off position. And there's several photos of this. There's several photos showing that the key was in the ignition, that the transmission was in neutral, and that now we're seeing that the headlights were off. So which was it? Were her headlights off, or were they on and that's her that we're watching in these fire cams? Now, there wasn't just this angle either. Gray Hughes was able to find a separate angle as well. So that's two angles, but in the details that are being now sent over to the police department, we have photo upon photo upon photo of this light switch being turned off. So I'm confused. I'm very confused. Now, Steve even mentioned to me how he noticed there were quite a few portions in the report that seemed to also contradict each other, just when it comes to the way that they believe that she might have actually driven on the beach area before entering the water. And now I'm seeing this huge contradiction in this. How can you have several photos of the light switch being in the off position in the vehicle? Now, guys, these photos are supposed to be indicative of the original state of the vehicle, the state that the vehicle would have been in as it's going into the water. Because if that's not what they're taking photos of, then what good is all of this? Right? These are supposed to be photos that are then taken and looked at by investigators and experts and professionals to be able to tell if this was truly an accident or not. So you're putting the fire cam footage with headlights definitely being on in the exact same report that also is filled with several photos of the headlight indicator being in the off position? What are we supposed to think about that? Now, something that Steve did mention is that he has sort of wondered if the car that looks like it might be going into the water is actually Kiely going into the water, or if it's a separate vehicle that might be sweeping and have actually seen something and was down there looking. Now, I remember, now that he mentioned that in these text messages, that whenever we first started going over the fire cam footage and went past what we believed to be Kiely's vehicle, there was another vehicle that gave me that exact same question. And I said, who is this person? What are they looking for? Have they found this person and asked this person questions? I distinctly remember that as soon as what he said triggered that memory, and that is in our past videos going over the camera footage. This second vehicle getting really, really close to where it looked like that first vehicle went into the water. Steve is just as convinced as I am that there's definitely no way there's no witnesses to this. We had that conversation today. So this makes it even more confusing because I am not, again, I repeat, am not on the team of people that think that the fire cam footage is fake, especially knowing that we have two angles showing it. So then why do we have so many photos of this switch being in the off position when it comes to the headlights? Having a key in the ignition, having it in the neutral position, and having the headlights off does not equal an accident. To me, that equals something far more sinister. And I don't really like that because that's sort of been what I've been thinking from the very beginning. And I've been looking and looking and looking for anything that's going to change my mind. For those of you who just think that I'm out here just running my mouth for whatever, I also have like inside information, other things that have been told to me that's not public, and I'm still not changing my mind. I'm still coming out here just as strong as I was in the beginning, stating that something doesn't sound right. And I believe now more than ever that Kiely Rodni was not breathing whenever she went into that water, and they have yet to prove me any differently in order to change my mind. And again, I'm not the only person that believes this. There are medical professionals out there that have gone over Kiely Rodni's autopsy that are in the same belief as several of us out here. That being said, I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments. I'm not just talking out my butt. I'm showing you what they're saying is her vehicle on the Firecam. It's in the report, the official finalized report from this accident investigation team. And so are the photos showing that the headlight indicator was off. Which was it? Because it can't be both. After this video, I am going to sit down and try to edit through the original 4 videos going through files and photos that I did, but wanted to get this information out there first because I felt that it was really important. And I've just been thinking about it for the last few days and really wondering what it could mean, what it is, if it means anything. Did they turn him off and they just don't have it in the report that they turned him off? We need to get some sort of clarification here. And Steve made a few suggestions for certain FOIAs that might be able to be answered at this point. And I think I'm going to follow through with those and see if we can get information from different teams that might be able to answer this question. Because this headlight indicator being turned off is not an okay look for what they're trying to tell us. But I'll get those videos out soon. Definitely for sure, I will get at least 2 of them out this coming week, with the very first one coming out tomorrow on Sunday, October the 6th. Mark my words, it will be a morning release. But that is it for now, you guys. Again, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you were not subscribed already. And don't forget to make sure that you have your notification bell set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.